Okay, folks, it's a long way away from this time of the year that this piece of work embodies. We'll see if we can make it look any good anyway. Although Christmas is around the corner. Yes, good old Chrissy. Gonna leave it at 100. Okay, let's see what this is. It is a pair of Aussie themed board shorts. I'm pretty sure, I'm trying to see if it's made in China. Yes, made in China, bingo, just as I thought. Yeah, made in China, just about everything is, including Australian merchandise, which is a real stupid irony. But, you know, the people that make these clothings don't give a flying fuck. They just care about the money, you can tell. And one day, I'm telling you something, folks, I'll be building photocopiers that'll be made on Australian turf. There'll be no made in China, no made in Vietnam or made in India or anywhere else. It's going to be made on our soil, Australian soil. The only materials that are going to be imported are going to be raw materials to recycled materials, or materials that will be recycled in the manufacturing of our equipment. And these materials will be sourced from e-waste dumps around the world in places like India and China. So we're going to do a big clean-up effort of these countries that have heaps of waste dumped on their shores. So yeah, we've got to think of the planet and we've got to think of the human race. The people in the factory are going to be paid more than a full wage. They're going to be paid a little bit more than what they need to be paid. I want to make this factory a happy place. And basically most of the money that I earn will be given towards science and humanities, because we've got to think of our human race. We've got to think of the future, folks. We've got to think of the future instead of living like we're living in the past. And one of the things I'd like to celebrate on Australia Day one day will be the manufacturing of our photocopiers and the achievement that we'll have as Aussies. Instead of drinking, instead of getting pissed, instead of celebrating getting pissed or stupid or doing silly things, we're going to celebrate real achievement, folks, not stupidity. Well, that's how I'm going to celebrate my future Australia Day. But basically, yeah, we got to make the world a better place for everyone, not just in Australia but around the world. We're going to export this equipment, and we're going to set up servicing and sales around the world. But of course, all the manufacturing stays here on Australian terra firma, so we're going to keep it here. But we're still going to export, and we're going to create jobs not just in Australia but for overseas, for technicians and salespeople, what we need. So yeah, it's not going to be just stuck in Australia, but our manufacturing and our research and development will be on our fucking turf. So we've got to celebrate that one day. Because I can understand why people, without actually a person who drinks, I can understand that the world looks pretty bad at the moment. It looks pretty bleak. Why not drink it away? Drink to fuzz out all the things that make you unhappy. And I guess that's what Australia Day is typically angled towards, that kind of mentality. Instead of thinking of what we can do as a nation to make the world a better place. But basically, yeah, it's like everyone wants to get pissed and fucked up on Australia Day, even though it's not good. And all this junk gets made, all these Australia Day plastics and shit. But I've put it on my lap to make the world a better place. I've put it into my hands, folks. Or should I say it's fallen into my lap. And I want to do it. I want to make the world a better place. First our country, and then secondly the rest of the world. And we're going to find, and as a scientist as well as a CEO, we're going to find a solution to climate change. I've put that on my shoulders too, folks, to find a solution to climate change. So we try to use as less, we make our equipment last 60 years, and then we make this equipment recycle friendly, so it's easy to dismantle after the 60 years of use that this equipment has. And it's going to save a lot on combination of using recycled materials and making the equipment last. Is going to make it easier to cut back on CO2 in the manufacturing. So, we've got to think of our future, folks. We've got to think of what we can do to make a difference. I can't do anything at the moment, but at least I've hatched a plan in my head, the future. So we can do it, folks. We can do it. I know we can. I know I can do it. You guys can do it too. So let's see what this piece here looks like. Our piece of Australian work. Let's see how we go. Anyway, there you have it, already made on terra firma. Yep, gotta go.